Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another video. This is my match preview for the Liverpool versus Manchester City game. It is Anfield is such a horror place for us. I mean, we've not won a game at Anfield since 2003. It is a long time. But obviously Liverpool themselves have struggled massively without Van Dijk and Joe Gomez at the heart of their defense. And not only them two, but they've struggled generally with a lot of injuries and a lot of players not fit. And it doesn't get any better for them when they are playing their best midfielders in Fabinho and Jordan Henderson at centre half. So they do look very weak in midfield. They've brought in a few centre backs obviously in the January transfer window, but I don't see Jurgen Klopp throwing them into a game of this caliber. Now, if we're looking at Liverpool's last 5 games, they've lost 2 of the last games, and they've also won 2, and they've drawn once. Now, the 2 games they lost against were against Brighton and Burnley, which for a Liverpool squad, especially if they do look weak defensively, they should arguably be beating teams like Burnley and Brighton, but they're struggling to score against them and open them up, so that is a worry for Liverpool. But on the other hand, they beat West Ham and Spurs 3-1 comfortably, and they looked very good going forward against those teams in London. So I'm not sure how this game would pan out. But let's look at Pep's conference. So in the conference, Pep said, you cannot win titles if you concede a lot. Last season, we conceded more than usual and didn't adjust well to some things. But if you look at the goals that we conceded in all of our years in Manchester, it was always few. So Pep does talk about last season and how we conceded a lot of goals that we shouldn't be conceding and how we were poor defensively, and bringing in Ruben Dias this season has changed our defence. We look really good defensively, and with the likes of Stones and even Laporte getting into form will help us out massively, and it's probably why we are in somewhat of a title race because of how good our defence are. We're able to hold 1-0, 2-0 leads because last season we weren't able to do that, and we're able to grind out through these games. So it is looking very good for us. So let's look at the team news. Obviously for Manchester City, Nathan Ake and Kevin De Bruyne won't be making it for this game. Both of them are injured. Now with Sergio Aguero, he is back, but he won't be playing in this game because he has just recovered from COVID, and I think Pep's going to ease him back into the squad. So I do think it's fair, especially with the fact that he's not played in an awful long time. So I do think he will slowly get back into the game, and we do need Sergio right now because this month is a very busy month for us and we need all of our players fit. Now for Liverpool, they've got Diego Jota who won't be playing in this game. He has just come back from an injury himself, so I don't really see Klopp throwing him into this game. And obviously Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez are injured from previous. So let's look at my predicted lineup. In net is obviously going to be Edison, no doubt about that. Now for my back four, I think Pep will play Cancelo at right back because of what Cancelo offers us going forward. I don't think Walker offers the same creativity that Cancelo does, so I don't really see Pep dropping Cancelo, especially for this game. Now, the back two, I think it'll be Stones and Diaz playing alongside each other. They've been our best centre-back pairing this season, and they both have kept a lot of clean sheets together, so I do see them playing together. And at left back, I think it's going to be Laporte. We saw Laporte versus Burnley, and I think that's just indicated to me that Laporte will be starting in this game. He did start against Salah a few years ago, and we did win that game 2-1, so I do think it's a good choice by Pep. Zinchenko, look, he does a brilliant job at left back, inverting well. He works well in that system, but I just think Salah's pace, Salah's physicality, I don't think Zinchenko will be able to handle that. So I think that's why Laporte playing there makes us a little bit more defensively secure, because we know when Liverpool attack, they have scored an awful lot of goals against us. So I think Pep will be pragmatic and he will watch out for that. Now in midfield, I think it'll be Fernandinho, Gundogan and Bernardo. And the reason why I'm saying Fernandinho, I think Pep's going to play someone who could read the game well and someone who's aggressive like Fernandinho. Fernandinho could deal with being counter-attacked with, and he also commits fouls and stuff like that at the right time. I think against Liverpool, because they are going to counter attack us, I think Fernandinho would be better for that instance than Rodri, in my opinion. So I do think Pep will play Fernandinho in this game. Now, for my front three, I think it's going to be Phil Foden on the left, Raheem Sterling on the right. Now, up front, I was thinking about a false nine, but I don't really see Pep using a false nine against Liverpool. I think Gabriel Jesus will play. And listen, he's been decent for us in his last two games. He scored a goal both against Sheffield United and against Burnley, and I think he will start against this team. He also scored against Liverpool in our first game earlier on the season, so I do think he will start against them here. And look, that is a very good lineup to play Liverpool. We've got Dino, who's good defensively, Laporte, defensively good as well. I think Pep will be a little pragmatic just because of it being Liverpool and Anfield and such, but that is a very good lineup from us. So let's look at Liverpool's lineup. Now, for Liverpool, obviously Alisson is going to be at the back. I think Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson and Trent will also be the back four. I don't see the new centre-backs playing in this game, and I think if Fabinho and Henderson are both fit, they're going to be starting at centre-halves. I don't think Nat Williams or Nat Phillips or whatever he's called, I don't see him starting in this game because Klopp is going to want to play his best players in this game. So for the midfield, I think he'll go with Thiago, Wijnaldum and Milner. Thiago, he's not really surprised me at Liverpool. I mean, he has done decent, but he's not really surprised me in any way. Wijnaldum, he's done okay. He scored against West Ham, which is good for him. And James Milner, he could play wherever you want and he does a good job. So that is their midfield. I think the front three will be the front three. Sadio Mane on the left, Mo Salah on the right and Bobby Firmino up front. I do think they'll play with the regular front three. Mane, he also scored against West Ham. Salah scored against Tottenham. So, yeah, they're doing okay. But Mane, Fabinho, Alisson did miss the game against Brighton. But I do think they'll make it for this game. I think they were just off for that game. But that is my predicted lineup for Liverpool. Look, it's a good lineup, apart from the fact that the best players are playing at centre half. But it is a good lineup, especially with Thiago now in midfield. That is a decent lineup from them. So let's look at my prediction. It's hard to predict this game because Anfield is a very scary place for City. Playing there is literally a nightmare. Would this game be different because of no crowd? Obviously it can, but I just think we're still scared at Anfield because of our last few results there. I'm going to be a little bit positive. The game, I think, will be very tight. I think both managers are going to be pragmatic. I think both managers are going to be very cautious and we're going to be defending well. I don't really see Pep going there and attacking Liverpool because he knows that if we do that, Liverpool will threaten us because the last few times we did do that, they've battered us, so we will have to watch out for that. And I do think Klopp will be cautious because of the fact that he doesn't have any fit centre half, so he doesn't want to really pressure Fabinho and Henderson at the back. So I think it'll be a very cautious game. But I think City will just about edge it because of the fact that we have been doing well going forward and we've also done well being defensive and such. And I think we'll grab a goal somehow and I think we will win it 1-0. But listen, I'd take a 0-0 draw. If we do draw against Liverpool, I'll take it because we're 1 point above Man United then, and then we've got a game in hand. So I'd take a draw against Liverpool. So guys, please do obviously comment down below your predicted lineup. Do comment down below your prediction for this game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do like this video. Please do subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.